Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Happy early St. Paddy's Day. It's on Sunday here in Australia, but it'll be Monday when we celebrate it, but I'll be back at work. So I'm going to have a couple of Irish-inspired beers today. First one I'm going to do, it's called Free Hugs, and it's an Irish-style red ale, nitro, by Goodland Brewing Co. They're out of Traralgon in Gippsland on the other side of Melbourne, so in Victoria. Pretty cool can artwork. So yeah, generally with St. Paddy's Day, people are drinking like Irish style red ales or like your Irish dry stouts. They're normally the two major styles. I've got a glass that's probably going to suit the nitro. Hopefully it pours well. So it's just a little creature's glass. So let's see how it goes. It's 5%, and you're in a 440 ml can. So yeah, I've got a couple of Irish reds and a couple of Irish stouts. Looks like a pretty good pour. I just poured it real aggressively. Looks good. So yeah, generally with the nitro, you're going to get all the carbonation sort of rising and then the foamy head sitting on top, sizzling away. So it's about a probably, I would say, 2-finger head. Reasonably like clear. It's probably like I would say it's like a copper color, slightly red. Body, I would say probably medium body. And yeah, carbonation, obviously. Yeah, you'd probably say medium carbonation. But yeah, it didn't pour as like sometimes you get nitro beers in the cans and they're unreal, like they're really cool to watch, but this one sort of faded pretty quickly. Cheers, Stewie, and cheers, Angie. Let's go with. I've got my green on. Such a pain in the ass that St. Patrick's Day is always on a weekday. So yeah, you're getting like caramel toffee, biscuit, sort of like a honey note. Like cereal grain. Maybe like some dried fruit. Possibly like a nutty character as well. It smells pretty similar to some that I've had recently, but just not as punchy. Sometimes you'll smell them and the caramel's like right up in your face. Yeah, no worries, Stewie. Molasses is more. It's more in like your stout imperial stouts. It's definitely toffee. Yeah, it smells pretty good. The head's gone now. So yeah, the nitro in this one was a bit lackluster. But yeah, Goodland Brewing, good they're sort of a brewery that's still relatively new, but they've got a bit of hype to them. Yeah, Traralgon's like a small city based on the Gippsland side of Melbourne. So it's an area I haven't really been to as an adult, only as a kid. So I need to get over there at some stage. Anyway, I'm going in. Cheers, guys. A little baby. There's a bar in Melbourne that has a little figure exactly like that, and it's on the front of the building. It's real big, and it's like a nightclub. It's just real random how it's got this like little baby angel sort of thing. Cheers, Angie. I did say hello to you before, but yeah, that was probably when you probably wrote that before I started. I look like a little leprechaun with my green clothing and beard. Just call me Leprechaun TV. I'm going to be honest, this red ale I expected a lot more from. I think you can sort of tell that this brewery hasn't really dabbled in this style much before. I ordered yeah, from these guys. I got the Nitro Irish Stout and the Nitro Irish Red. So yeah, I hope the Stout's better than this. I don't know, it's just lacking. The body, yeah, the body's quite light. The whole nitro side of it just sort of disappeared really quickly. Um, yeah, just the flavors. It's not like I want an Irish red to be real strong and malty and sweet. So this one you're on now, Stewie, is this like a secondary channel? I mean, it's got potential, but it's just very like lackluster. Like the flavors are very subdued. Especially too with what you pay for them these days. It's like I could have got a red ale from a traditional brewery for half the cost of this that would have been so much better. So that's what's sort of the most annoying thing. But yeah, like these guys are normally good. I don't think I've had a bad beer from them ever. So yeah, at least I'm honest. Like the caramel toffee's there, but it just seems really light. It's almost like it just feels like the ingredients, like the rest, like the ratio to water or something like it's almost like there's not enough malt in it. It just seems like a really sort of watered down beer. I mean, with a red ale like this, you're not going to get a heap of hop character. Generally, it's like old school hops just in there for like some aroma, a slight touch of flavour, maybe some bitterness, but it's more about the malt in these beers. And yeah, it's just Oh, yep. I'll quickly do that thing now. I hate doing that stuff during a review because I'm one of those people that doesn't like seeing people looking at their phones all the time. Cheers, Josh. Good to see you. So it should be right now, Stewie. Oh, cool. Is it a Shane Curler one or someone else? Yeah. Yeah, well, the Lent beer I haven't had. I think I've had every beer from them but the Lent and maybe one other one. Yeah. Yeah, this Irish red dude's from a decent brewery, but it's very lackluster. I'm quite disappointed. Hmm. It's got like the steps there as to what to do with the nitro, but like I do that every time. It was chilled to the right temperature. I shook it well. I poured it aggressively, and yeah, just nothing. The nitro's lacking. The flavor's lacking. It's just all round a little disappointing, a little lackluster. Just yeah, it just surprises me because yeah, these guys are normally pretty good, but I guess like in today's world, they're too busy brewing hazies and stouts and all these other styles, and a lot of the classic styles sort of get left behind, and then when they go to do them, they get exposed. It's like if you went to sort of like a good regional brewery in England and asked for like a red ale, and it was a beer they normally did pretty well, but like they brewed one and it was real watered down. That's sort of what it tastes like. It just feels like the ratio of malt to water is just like there's not enough malt in it or something. Like the yeast hasn't eaten enough of the sugars. Oh, was that the Black Flag one? I remember you talking about getting the Black Flag. Yeah. Yeah, it's good when they do these styles. Like I do enjoy the fact that they're sort of celebrating St. Paddy's Day and you can get Irish beers from different breweries. Mountain Culture had I think they went with they had a New England IPA, but they also had it was either an Irish red or an Irish stout. It was like yeah, you got the two beers in a pack sort of thing. And they had like a t-shirt and stuff. I just hadn't got around to getting it yet. I will get them eventually. There's no way you'd put a beer like this in a whiskey barrel. You're just wasting the barrel then. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you already get the Black Flag one, or were you talking about getting that? Cheers, Bill. Good to see you, mate. Drinking a fairly lackluster red ale. It's not the St. Paddy's beer I'd hoped for. Hope I've got a stout in the fridge. Hopefully that goes all right. What I was thinking I should have done is just done all the Irish beers in one hit. Just made it sort of like a more of a hangout and done all the beers together. But oh well. So that's another one I've got. I did that as part of the Forest Showcase the other day. See that one. These guys are just a small family brewery with no hype or anything, and this Irish Red kills that one. So, and it's like half the percentage as well. This one's only 3.5. Cheers, short straw. Good to see you, brother. Just a couple of Irish beers today for St. Paddy's Day. The first one I've had is from Traralgon in Gippsland. And yeah, it's a bit shit to be honest. It's called the Free Hugs. It's got cool can artwork, and yeah, the brewery's generally pretty good, but yeah, they've missed the mark on this one, unfortunately. Just tastes very watered down, very like lackluster. Normally, these sort of beers, you get like a big sort of toffee like note, but yeah, it's just lacking. Like as I said, I got like yeah, like your toffee, biscuit, honey, like a slight nuttiness, but they were all just very like faint notes. Nothing like really hit you hard. Like it was easy to drink just generally because it was like just tasted real watered down. Like there's no way I would have thought it was 5%. It drank more like a 4. Yeah, obviously. Cheers, Levi. Good to see you, brother. But yeah, hopefully the stout I've got's better than this. But yeah, they should have St. Paddy's Day on a Saturday. That'd be good, or even a Friday. I think most of the pubs with their celebrations and that they try and push them forward. It's probably all right if you work like a 9 to 5 job and you can go to an Irish pub after work and celebrate it. But a lot of people can't sort of go and drink on a Monday night. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there hasn't been many that have disappointed me on the channel because I'm generally drinking like pretty good stuff. But yeah, score for this one. I mean, yeah, I don't want to absolutely slam it. I mean, it Still had the notes there you want. It's just very subtle. I'd probably give it probably go a 3.5 out of 5. It's probably one of the lowest scores I've given a craft beer on the channel. But yeah, just be interesting to see what other people think of this one. See, it says on the back caramel sweetness and a smooth toasty finish. Yeah. Now it just makes me want to crack like a Murphy's or a Kilkenny or a Guinness or something. We used to get packs here where you get maybe 2 cans of Guinness and then a glass. I used to love that sort of shit, but you just don't see it anymore. A lot of people pay out on Guinness, but if I go to a pub and it's a lot of sort of basic macro beers and then Guinness is there, I'll take Guinness every day of the week. At least it's got a bit of soul, a bit of body to it. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll probably be back with another one, I'd say, or maybe a hangout. We'll see what happens. But yeah, bit of a downer this review. Just pretty average beer. So yeah, I'd recommend Goodland as a brewery. If you see them get their stuff, like their IPAs and their stouts, even their sours are pretty good. But yeah, I think they'd. I don't know. I have had classic styles from them in the past that have been all right. I think this is the only beer from them that hasn't hit. So yeah, just you can't win them all, I guess. So yeah, it was called Free Hugs, an Irish style red ale at 5%, and yeah, they're called Goodland Brewing. And oh yeah, I've given it 3.5 out of 5. Thanks, guys, for chiming in. We'll see you again shortly.